My name is Nick Kepley, and I'm the Artistic Director of Motion Dance Theater. I started dancing when I was 5 years old. It was the Nutcracker that got me started, just like so many other stories. I danced through high school locally in Hendersonville with Sandra Miller, and then I would go away in the summer to study in New York and different places. And then my first job out of high school was with Ballet Austin, who I was with for 2 years, and then Kansas City Ballet for 2 years, and then I moved to New York and worked on Broadway, something totally different from the world of ballet. And now I work as a ballet master for Ballet Austin 2, in addition to running Motion. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. I titled my piece Queer Angels, and the piece is inspired by the American Beat generation. I've been reading for several years the work of Ginsberg and Kerouac and Burroughs, and just really feeling very connected to those authors and that spirit of searching and longing for something very deeply personal to come out. Slightly narrative, it follows one man's journey sort of through kind of a nebulous nighttime experience, which has different sexual undertones, exploring themes of homosexuality and heterosexuality and just the basic need to sort of connect. In creating this work this year, because of the way the Beats believed in working in an improvisatory way and kind of keeping everything really fresh and alive and new, I came into the studio really wanting to create along with the dancers in a more collaborative way than I have done in the past. I think because of my background in theater, I've tended to sort of come in with very strong ideas already in place, but this time I wanted to explore using improvisation games and tasks, and I took certain words from poems like Howl and wrote them on slips of paper and had the dancers choose 5 or 6, and then they would build movements off of those words that we would turn into phrases, and then those would become duets. And I'd like to think that there's pieces of all of them all throughout the work, and that's really what I wanted. Right. Yeah. Right. Almost like it never happened, and then you're right. Also with this work, I wanted to include collaborative elements outside of just the dancing. So I asked Jordan Moser, who's one of the dancers in the company. He's an amazing musician in Austin, and I asked him if he would want to create the score for this work. And then I also wanted to collaborate. I asked Liz White, who's a couture designer here in Asheville, if she would be interested in repurposing vintage clothes for the piece. Yeah, no, it's great. Oh, I like these pockets. Yeah. Hat, and if he has on glasses, that's enough, okay, I think. And he has a great hairdo for this too. He has like the perfect hair for...
That's kind of the design that I was going for. It's like, it's their fancy dress, but it's not high-end.
Right. I definitely wanted it to have a look of the period of the 40s and 50s, but it has an element of contemporary dance, and I didn't want to get too, highly theatrical with it. I wanted to keep it sort of ambiguously placed as far as where we were and exactly what era we were in. Motion, it takes a huge amount of work to pull off every season, but as soon as it's over, I want it to start again. I feel, first of all, very honored that I have these dancers in my lives who are willing to come here and do this with me. I also believe very strongly in sharing dance with the community where I grew up. Asheville is starting to get a lot of great dance coming through, but I still feel like dance is a little bit on the periphery as far as the overall art scene here, and I hope that Motion is contributing to changing that. I'm very interested in showing people the way dance is made. I think that is a kind of a mystery in the world of, you go to see a ballet or a dance performance and people are just moving, but how did they get there and how did that come together? Let's just do it one more time. And also, I want people to see that sometimes pure movement can be enough, that there doesn't always have to be, the Nutcracker or Swan Lake or a definite story, that sometimes just a man and a woman on stage together, looking at each other and touching one another's face is all the story that you need.